It seems like he's dealt fine with that. I mean, it's not really hard to deal with noise when you're making a career high payday that changes your family's financial future. You can scream and yell all you want to. And so I think that's the approach that Ben is taking. I think he's more focused on the fight. I like Conor Benn at that weight class. He's very dangerous, he hits hard, and he's always gonna promote a fight. He's always gonna speak his mind. And what I respect about him is he always comes.
Andre Ward believes Ryan Garcia could be in for one of the toughest fights of his career, arguing that Conor Benn's relentless pressure and aggressive style could expose him. Ward sees it as a dangerous matchup for Garcia and expects a highly competitive fight.
It could be fun. It's a fun fight. You know, it's going to be a fun build-up. I think that Conor Benn is dangerous. He's very strong. He's, you know what he's coming. You know what he's going to bring to the table, and you know how he's coming. And that's straight ahead. You know, he's going to step on the gas as long and as hard as he can.
Andre Ward believes Ryan Garcia Benn's relentless pressure, toughest fights of his career, and arguing that Conor Benn's relentless pressure and dangerous stylistic matchup for Garcia. Ward sees it as Ryan has always been at for Garcia when he can expect a highly competitive fight on his speed and explosive left hook. But Benn's aggressive approach may not give him the space he likes.
Think about Benn's chance at 147.
I think it's a great weight class. I want to see the champion, the elite, the guy that's the elite fighter at that weight class get flushed out.
Ward believes that if Ben can consistently close the distance and force Ryan into uncomfortable exchanges, he has a real chance of exposing weaknesses that other opponents have failed to exploit. While he isn't counting Garcia out, Ward made it clear that this is far from an easy fight and expects Ben to present serious problems from the opening bell.
As we know how hard it is to come back down in weight. He hasn't carried the strength back down with him, making 150 last time out. Barry, explain to the people how difficult it is.
But can Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn really leave their controversial past behind? Tim Bradley Jr. believes the only way to silence every doubt is through strict substance testing, insisting that both fighters should be held to the highest standards so there are no excuses or controversies when they finally step into the ring.
Thoughts of this fight? Drug testing. Who's gonna be doing the drug testing?
Right.
That's one.
Right.
Okay?
Why do you say who?
Because I think it's very important, because I think that VADA has the most extensive drug testing in boxing, right? They test far beyond anyone else. So I don't know, Ryan in the past has always said he doesn't like VADA. You know, Victor Conte's no longer here, so that's the reason why. And then on top of that, both these guys have tested positive for performance enhancement drugs. So I'm saying to myself, is there going to be testing for this specific fight? For this fight here?
Ben got caught too?
Supposed to be eggs or something like that.
I heard. It's a lot of dirt. It's a lot of dirt.
And he further talked about Conor's last fight and gave some solid insights ahead of the upcoming showdown.
Last fight that we saw with Conor Benn, he was at what 150-ish? Legs didn't look stable at all, right? He looked a little off. Balance was a little bit off. I didn't think he performed well, right, against Prograis. But I would say that in this camp here, if he stayed down in weight and kind of acclimated his body, I think he'll do well at 147.
I think so.
Mike Coppinger also weighed in on the Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn showdown, discussing the latest developments surrounding the fight and why it's generating so much attention. He pointed to the star power of both fighters, the business behind making the event, and the added scrutiny surrounding the matchup, explaining why it has become one of the most talked about fights on the boxing calendar.
Fight at 147 in 4.5 years, so that is not easy. I've been around Conor Benn a lot. He's a big guy, but he only had 6 weeks to make weight for the Regis Prograis fight. I think it's going to be a better weight cut this time around. He did it once before earlier this year. Now he has a lot more time to do it. And don't forget, right, Tim? He was a massive puncher at 147 years ago. I think about the fights against Chris Algieri, Chris Van Heerden. I'm not saying those guys are killers, but those were big knockouts.
Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn, I almost called him Nigel, and Conor Benn are both big, strong, power punching welterweights. They are. If you're around Ryan or Conor, you can see they're big for the division and they can both punch for the division. But speaking of the Prograis fight, as a future Hall of Fame athlete, Shady, I do think there's something to, you know, well, why can't he get up for this fighter the way he can get up for that fighter? Because the reality is, you cannot simulate the adrenaline. How do you really simulate the adrenaline to get up for a lesser fight on a smaller stage you know, it's not the same. It's not going to affect you the same way, one would think, you tell me, as when you have to fight a greater threat on a bigger stage.
Timothy Bradley Jr. also reacted to the fiery face-off between Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn, saying the tension looked genuine and showed just how much both fighters want the victory. Bradley believes moments like these only build anticipation, as neither man appears willing to give an inch before they finally settle things in the ring.
One of those dudes, he's a serious guy, man. Did you not see the press conference between him and Ryan Garcia? Like this dude, this is in it, like the energy that he had, and just
both Ryan and Conor have elite mic skills. Since you just mentioned it, Tim, check it out.
Question for Conor Benn. Ryan says he's going to steal your aura during the fight. How do you feel about that?
No, I mean, listen, he's like a big child. He's like a spoiled brat. Throws his toys out of the pram on social media, throwing little tantrums. I'm not really too concerned about this little influencer to my right. He ain't a fighter. He can say whatever he wants. It ain't going to make no difference come September the 12th. Proven. Yeah, 12-round war proven. I don't quit. I don't stay down.
He's not going to make it to 12. There's not going to be a 12-round war. I promise you that.
I don't stay down on one knee.
Look at his hair, bro. He's looking for attention. Look at his hair. He's looking for attention. He ain't going to make it past 12. I promise you. This not be a 12-round war. He's not good enough. He's not good enough to beat me. You think this man's going to beat me? You think I'm going to let a guy from the UK come here and beat me and take my belt? You lost your mind.
Listen, Ryan. Calm down, you're having one of them little episodes. Calm down. I know you're getting all excited.
Again, bro,
I know you're getting all excited, but I'll come over there and smack them glasses straight off your face.
You know what's crazy? I don't even understand what he said.
I'll come over there and smack them glasses straight off your face. That's what I'll do. Sitting there.
You won't do shit. I promise you won't do shit. I promise you won't do shit.
You won't do shit. Who won't do shit? Who won't do shit? Who won't do shit? Who won't do shit? Yeah, who won't do shit? Who won't do shit? Yeah, cool. Wait till I smack you up.
Bro.
Wait till I smack you up and make you quit. Wait till I smack you up and make you quit.
Yeah, why?
Make you quit.
Hey, you won't make it to fight.
Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn's appearance on a podcast quickly turned tense as the two fighters exchanged heated words and refused to back down. What started as a conversation soon became a fiery verbal clash, with both men defending their confidence and taking shots at one another. The intense exchange only added more fuel to their rivalry, proving that the bad blood extends well beyond the boxing ring. On the other hand, Ryan Garcia continues to let his hands fly in training as he ramps up preparations for his September showdown with Conor Benn. Working through explosive combinations, sharp counters, and high-intensity drills, Garcia looks focused on sharpening his speed and power. Every session reflects his determination to enter the biggest fight of his comeback in peak form, with the intensity inside the gym matching the anticipation building around the matchup. Ryan Garcia was seen throwing heavy hands during another intense training session, unloading powerful combinations with speed and bad intentions. Every punch looks sharp and explosive as he worked on maximizing his power, showing that he's aiming to make a statement when he faces Conor Benn in September.
You keep running your mouth. You keep running your mouth. You know you're getting it. You know that, but tú sabes que eso va conmigo. Tú sabes que eso va conmigo. I will show up. Your boxing skills. You ain't going to test it. You ain't going to test it. Let's test that chin too. You quit. You quit. You quit. You a pussy. You quit. You quit. You ain't stop that fight, bro. You ain't not good enough, bro. You ain't Mexican, bro. No. You quit. You quit. You quit.
Okay, amazing stuff. The crowd was great. This is the type of fight that you can bring to a Fanatics Fest type of crowd, and they'd be into it. So the energy was great. Conor Benn busting out the Spanish was a nice little ring.
Conor Benn has also been putting in serious work in training camp. From grueling conditioning sessions and explosive pad work to intense sparring and strength training, Benn looks fully locked in. Every workout reflects his determination to arrive in peak condition and prove that he has what it takes to hand Garcia a defeat when they finally meet in the ring.
Fun fight. Those are two all-action guys. Like, it's just, there's better boxers than Conor Benn that I would rather see Ryan Garcia fight. But as far as like matching his intensity, matching his energy, and Conor Benn is not a top-tier boxer of the level that some of these guys that are, the conversation is happening around. But as far as bringing the fight, as far as excitement, as far as energy, like Conor Benn is all of that. And so I love Garcia versus.
Ariel Helwani recapped the heated Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn press conference, breaking down the tense exchanges and growing animosity between the two fighters. He highlighted how neither man was willing to back down during the face-off, saying the verbal battle only increased the anticipation for their upcoming showdown.
The thing that we don't know about Conor Benn yet is he world level? Because we don't know that yet. He's not boxed anyone
well, it's interesting
at that level yet. So
it's interesting.
It's an interesting fight.
It's interesting. That's a very point I made I was thinking about when I saw that he was fighting Regis Prograis. And Prograis, came up from light welterweight. He fought Josh Taylor all those years ago. Very good fighter, world champion momentarily, and then Josh took the title off him. But I asked, that was the very same thing I thought. Okay, it's okay, he's fighting Eubank at 160 pounds or thereabouts. Mm-hmm. Then suddenly he's dropping to, at an advanced stage, he's dropping to 147. What it takes out of you to drop that weight, it just kills you. It really takes so much.
According to Helwani, the intensity on display showed that the rivalry has become personal and has all the ingredients for a blockbuster fight.
He won't be too happy with Conor Benn getting this opportunity, but Ryan didn't deserve the opportunity when he fought Barrios. Let's not forget, Ryan's fight before Barrios was Rolly Romero, where he lost, and his next fight is a world title fight. So neither are probably deserving of the opportunities given to them, but don't take away from the fact that doesn't mean it's not a big fight. This is an enormous fight. It really is. Conor Benn is well known now to the American market. Obviously, Ryan's a superstar over there. And I think it will be a good fight as well. What Conor Benn has done in terms of selling himself to the American market, signing with Zuffa has helped. It has, right? He's been in spaces now where the American sort of fight audience is starting to get to know him. I still believe that Shakur Stevenson-Teofimo Lopez fight where Shakur almost calls Conor into the ring, Conor obliges. That's helped in terms of grow his audience.
Simon Jordan, Barry McGuigan, Fraser Clark, and Spencer Oliver all shared their thoughts on the Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn showdown, breaking down what makes the matchup so intriguing. The panel discussed each fighter's strengths, potential weaknesses, and the stylistic battle expected inside the ring. While opinions varied on who would come out on top, they agreed that the clash has all the ingredients to become one of the most entertaining fights of the year.
This before, and I will say it again, could end up with 50, 60, 70 million in the bank and never win a world title. And that's an extraordinary thing to say, but it will make him a very successful boxer in this period.
If you're Conor now, is that the fight that you go after and you take next?
Yeah, because it's so big. It's a really big...
At 147?
Yes. Go and take it. Go and have a go at it. Look, he's a big and controversial star here. The Americans love Conor Benn. I've been over there when he's around. They love him. He can saunter in, every chat show. If those two go on Fallon together, they'll be rolling around like Ali and Frazier on the floor in their suits, arguing in their slippery brogues. Everything they do in the build-up to that fight will be box office, will be box office gold. The fight itself, I favor Garcia.
Ade Oladipo also weighed in on Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn, calling it one of the biggest and most exciting fights that can be made. He believes Benn has now established himself with American fans, while Garcia remains a major star, making the matchup appealing on both sides of the Atlantic. According to Oladipo, the clash has all the ingredients to deliver an action-packed fight and live up to the enormous hype surrounding it.